Why is it working better on this one? Sorry. I'm going to be with you in a minute. Bismillah. That wasn't nice. Bismillah. 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 You better work. Okay, let's do it again. So you were saying, sorry?
That lady
Can somebody help? Because I'm not going to get up. Pardon?
Does it need a password?
No, you can go around the other way. No, just go the other way, sister. Go the other way. That's it. Of course you can. Welcome, welcome. You're going to have to sit on this side. Yes, uncomfortable for you, but it's good, it's good. Challenges, good. Challenges are good. Okay. Pillows on the floor somewhere. Okay. Okay, let's go. Sister, tell me.
Yes.
Yeah?
I was saying, she came to my mind from the eyes of symbols. And
You have to raise your voice. There's still a little bit.
They mentioned the magician. So that lady.
Who mentioned the magician?
The jinn.
When?
On Sunday, when the ayat of sihr.
Okay.
And then, so I had that in my mind, you know, like a room, you know, a dirty room with dirty stuff and her in the room. The thing is, I know the lady, kind of is well known that she's a magician, and everyone knows that around the place where I live.
Mm-hmm.
My question is like, if we know that there are people like that, like, what do we do, you know? And if the magic is coming from them, but they are kind of well known that they are magicians.
Right, so what do you do to protect yourself from them, their magic?
In a way, like, because they're not Arab countries, like.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So we have a magician in the community,
Yeah.
right? And what do you do to protect? Well, one of them staying away from that kind of person, not associating yourself with them.
I mean, but yeah, that's true. But people go. She works like that. People will go to her and order kind of magic. This is how it works.
Okay, so alhamdulillah, Islam is very logical. So the magician should be like reported to the authorities and saying this person is causing harm and so on and so forth. That's the first thing. You can just go to the authorities and you protect yourself by going and saying to them. But obviously, countries don't believe in these things, or they believe them, but they can't prove them, so they can't convict them. So what do? So that's Islam. That's basically an Islamic thing, is to take them out, and that is by going to the authorities. The second, or at the same time, is protecting yourself from supplications. Obviously, morning evening supplications, like every Muslim should be practicing. And then specifically is Surah Al-Baqarah. Specifically, Surah Al-Baqarah, the Prophet said in a hadith, لا يستطيع عليها البطلة, that the magicians cannot compete with it. So Surah Al-Baqarah is a shield from the magicians, okay, and magic. Does that answer your question? Barakallah. Thank you for asking us that question. Okay, any other questions before we start? Yes.
Have you been, do you know why I haven't been coming for the last 3 weeks? I don't want you to think that I've just
No, it's okay.
Yeah, it's because of the trains, isn't it? There's no trains going from Slough to Paddington. They're going at 10, so...
It's okay, sister.
I had to arrange something else to come today.
I would not have questioned why you come and not
maybe
come.
you thought
No. You're welcome to come. You're welcome to...
I have been going on TikTok tonight.
Oh, yes.
So,
Oh, yeah?
for the last 3 weeks. Yeah.
Oh, have you been enjoying it at all?
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, so any other questions? Yes.
You know the whole how do you know, when it comes to, potential brothers, how do do you know? How do you decipher like where the line is between you making a good judgment and you rejecting it?
Good question.
And any kind of influence from.
So this is a dilemma that I find a lot in dealing with people, especially who are afflicted with lustful jinn. And unfortunately, many people are afflicted with lustful jinn, especially people that. So I live in the West. So for people that are watching, I live in the West. I live in like UK, London specifically, and I see people from all walks of life. And I'm not saying that I've got the answer, but I've noticed it's very common for people to have a lustful jinn. It is one of the most commonest things that I've seen. And these are the types of afflictions that people have to kind of be persistent in fighting and eradicating this thing, because it becomes part of the person's personality. And it gets exposed by family members. So family members notice that this person is not making any sense. The behavior doesn't make sense. You got so many proposals, but you keep rejecting the proposals. That's some families put up with it, and some people, for instance, they're like professionals, professionals. So they've studied till the age of 30, and then the age of 30 they again still reject until they get to the age of 40, and then they're 50 years old. And I've met sisters that are that age, and brothers as well, by the way. So lustful jinn is a problem if you do not tackle it from its roots. If you don't tackle it from roots, it destroys people's lives, right? So how do you know it's your decision or the decision of the jinn? So a brother might be with us right now, but he contacted me and he said, so I will tell you the story and tell me if it's from the jinn, and please don't be biased and tell me the truth, what you think. So this brother wants to marry the sister. He goes abroad to his country and he finds the sister. The mother introduces him. He likes the sister. He wants to marry the sister. But as soon as he tries or has intention to get married, he starts thinking of other women. Okay? He starts thinking of other women. Then he starts to have what you would say cold feet. And then he's decided that he doesn't want to marry anymore. Now, in the process, he has ruqya performed on him and he gets misdiagnosed. He gets diagnosed with sihr, and sihr in the family, sihr inherited, and he's misdiagnosed totally. He only noticed that his symptoms only increase when he does what? When he goes to start to propose or accept a proposal. The symptoms increase, right? So it's obvious, it's a lot. He knew, like, this makes too much sense, right? So now, when I was talking to him, I was in a dilemma. Is it his decision that he doesn't want to marry this sister that he wanted to marry before? Or is it the decision of the lustful jinn? Now, where I sit, I have to be very open-minded. And I can't make a decision for him. I can't say, no, go and marry a sister, unless he gives me the tools to do so. So we went through the advice of the Prophet ﷺ. What do you look for in a wife? What do you look for in a spouse? So I said to him, look at this list. Her deen, her beauty, her wealth, her lineage. And he went through all of them. He said, they're all good. So I said, what's the problem then? He goes, I don't know. But every time I make intention I want to marry her, I start becoming ill. So what do you think this is? It's not that hard. So how do you now deal with the situation? Because now he has the same question that you have. Like when I'm not talking to him, he's thinking, do I really want to marry her? Is she going to be good for me? Look at all these obstacles. And it's been made hard. Should I still marry her? Maybe she's not right for me. Right? So now he can't make a decision. He's made the decision that he likes her. I said to him, are you attracted? Do you see good qualities? Yes. But then he's made this, yes. He said yes. Then he goes back to, I don't know. Okay?
That's the easy piece.
Pardon?
I feel like that's a simple piece.
That's not. You think it? How can you say that?
Because you clearly he wants to get married, but then he goes back.
No, but he says I don't know what to do.
But there's nothing wrong.
No, you can't force him. You can't see what you just said there.
No, as in he said so. With the 5 qualities, he said he's
No, even he says all of them. He will still say I'm not sure. I don't know. This has been going on for 2 years and it's back and forth.
An excuse to basically just reject it.
There you go. Thank you very much. See, she knows because she experienced it. She knows. One second. So she understood. He looks for excuses to reject. He looks for excuses to do what? To reject the marriage. Even though he's accepted that she is nice. But he will look for excuses.
So is that not a sign?
A sign for what?
Fresh?
We already established that. But now how can you force him to make that decision? Well, you were just about to. You just said it was simple. All right, so now this happens in a marriage. In a marriage, the same situation. So he's not out of the waters if he makes the decision to marry her. He's still in deep waters when he does get married. He'll still need help in that situation. Help is from Allah, obviously, but if he doesn't know the tactics and the tricks of shaitan, he'll fall into a trap. Okay? So spouses, when they get married, they will reject. They will reject the spouse. And this is usually... Now, it's not as bad as what it sounds. So depending on the person, how much they want, the drive they have to want to marry that person, that can overcome the jinn. That alone can, by the will of Allah, can overcome the jinn. Do you understand? The drive, the willingness. You might be saying to me, but how? Who's going to ask that question?
I was just going to say, how do you know if your lack of drive for a particular person compared to...
I'm going to pause you before you make any mistakes. I don't want you to make any mistakes. So I know, but I'm answering these. I'm going to ask a question, answer for you. So you coming here is a drive. So once you can start understanding that you have a willpower and a drive to achieve and do things, then you start saying to yourself, I can do this. It's about, what did we say? Strong character. We said that last week. Ibn Qayyim said strong character, yes? Strong iman. So having strong character and the willingness to fight, knowing the tactics and the tricks of shaitan, calling upon Allah to stand with you, then inshallah you can overcome this problem, right? So you hear, this is a very common thing you'd hear, like especially, like not so much now. Inshallah, Iraqis have learned not to say these things. Assalamu alaikum. Iraqis have learned not to say these things anymore. Like, just get married. Just get married. Like, just get married. Because they go back to their parents and then they go, oh, the Iraqi said to me, just get married. And then they'll come tell off the Iraqi. Say, why are you talking to my daughter like that? Or why are you talking to my son like this? So the Iraqis don't speak like this anymore. But the solution is just do it. Just get on with it. Right? Stop thinking. Oh, that was close. Don't think about it too much. Don't think about it too much. And that goes to you now. That's the answer for you. Does that make sense?
Don't think about it. I mean, I don't know what you mean, don't think about it too much.
Yeah. Okay, who can answer that? You can answer that.
Go ahead and get married,
Yeah.
obviously, and then when you do, there will be obstacles.
You'll
There will
fight.
be push.
You have to fight.
I've got married. I have 3 kids. We, in the end, ended up in a divorce because it just happened to not work out. And then I'm in the process of getting married again, and I'm finding all the excuses in the world.
Yeah.
However, it's my family that pushing me. You have no reason to reject this person.
Yeah.
Although I don't think anything is wrong with me, but clearly there is a, I don't know.
Okay, so good. So good. So she's speaking to you from experience. How does it feel when you hear it from somebody who experienced? How does it feel?
I mean, it feels like fresher eyes.
Pardon?
Fresher eyes. Because I feel like, a lot of the people who speak to me about marriage, it literally repels me because they either come from a negative view of marriage or they have no experience and they're coming from an inexperienced.
Okay, so now, okay, go and say it, go on.
For me personally, it was really hard. I'm married now, but since I was trying to find it hard to make the decision, I always went back to what I'm looking for, or kind of to the Sunnah, what Prophet ﷺ said to look to a person. So it kind of, if those things were matching and the things were there, for me it was like, the things are there, why am I? And then to me personally, my parents' opinions, I had strong beliefs in that, so I would kind of take their advice. And when their advice was like, they were like, for us it's really good, it's now up to you, then those things clicked in my brain and I kind of pushed myself that I have to say this yes. And then, but let me tell you, after I said that yes, I went through very hardship. It was, the whole world ended. I knew that what was going on, but I still kept fighting. When I did the nikah, I was like, I was hating that man that I just done the nikah. I was hating it, like, big time. But then I kept pushing, and he sort of went away. And I'm not gonna say that it's gonna be everything perfect. There's not such thing that perfection, you know. But you learn how to kind of fight and accept each other. You know?
Okay, so 𝗔𝗃𝗏 says, so she spoke to you from experience. This is what I was going to break down to you. So the people that you trust around you, you take their advice. So obviously the mother, the father will not want you to marry somebody that's not good for you, right? The mother's not going to want you to marry somebody that's not good for you. Unless you're basically, you're choosing, you want this, and you're the one who's making the wrong decisions, because that can happen as well when you have a lustful jinn. So it's always good to take the advice of your parent. It's very, very important, because they love you the most, right? I don't want to say friends. Friends they're not like parents. So unfortunately, people take advice from friends. Okay, they ask their friends, thinking their friends have the best interest in them, for them, right? Friends are good. We're not saying they're bad, and you can ask friends, but sometimes friends will not know the best thing for you because they've not seen you all your life, but your parents have. Okay, the jinn now cannot just, and this is only by the will of Allah, so please don't misunderstand this, not just affect you, but can affect others around you. So when you are now, alhamdulillah, you've got this right, and understand, what will happen, the jinn will start affecting people around you, or even try to affect the spouse that you want to marry, the person that you want to marry. Okay, so and even some jinns, and I'm not going to say that, yeah, this is rare compared to the opposite, is that they will drive you to business, or to achieve goals, and forget about marriage, forget about having children, but just to be a professional, and so on and so forth. They will do that. I've even had sisters here who, like I've said this before, went and studied psychology just to prove that she wasn't possessed. So they have that ability to convince you. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's did I answer all your questions about lustful jinn? Is there anything else?
So I've heard apparently that they can, in terms of even like attraction-wise, that they can influence. I don't know how much.
So yeah, the thing is that it's very important that you don't overthink and look into this. Like I said, it's like you almost taking the ability of the human being, like saying, oh, you can't make decisions, and I don't like to do that to people, right? To say, oh, you got lustful jinn, you can't think for yourself, you can't make a decision. That's not nice, right? You just have to be rational about your decisions, and you can explain them, not just say, I don't know why I like him, but I like him. That doesn't make any sense. Your father wants to hear reasons why you like him, or why you want to marry him. Does that make sense? Okay, any other questions before?
I wanted to ask about, so people generally have different symptoms. So before like a year.
Can I ask a question before you ask me a question? Okay, so if there's a sister who's been married for 15 years, and all of a sudden she says, oh, brother, I want to divorce my wife. Right? And they have all the symptoms of jinn possession. Would we say that's a lustful jinn or not? Pardon? But how is she going to combat that? What if decision, the way you were talking about decision making, and how now we're going to control the situation? Like, I can remember one sister came with a brother, and this is a close community, like a community that's closed, like they still have traditional background, like cultural still, which is a good cultural thing, not bad cultural thing. But she got depressed and started having anxiety. So the nice brother, mashallah, who's a student of knowledge, went and took his wife to speak to a therapist, right? Guess what the therapist was doing? Turning her against her husband. Okay? This therapist was supposed to be a Muslim.
Oh, they're supposed to be neutral.
No, she was like, like feminine kind of.
Yeah.
Oh no, your husband shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
And then she claimed to be a Muslim psychiatrist, psychologist, whatever it is that she claimed to be. But she was advising her to do what? To
Divorce. Yeah. To not accept.
Yeah.
Not supposed to
Why, have you been in the same situation?
No.
Okay, right? So this is a problem, but how would you advise her? What would you say to her? You meet a sister, she's complaining to you about her husband, and then she would say to you, he's abusing me, mentally abused, he's controlling me, and he's not doing any of this stuff. All he's trying to do is keep her safe, that she might go and do something to harm herself, God forbid. This is, like, we're talking about really deep stuff, like really complicated things.
If she came to me, I'll tell her communicate with him and reflect on, also reflect on some of how she could be contributing to.
Stop, pause right there. I'm going to give you just things. I want you to think all about these things and digest them, because in her reality, that he's an abusive husband, but he's not. If we had the camera, he's not an abusive husband. Like this husband that I spoke to you about earlier, why would he take her to a stranger for her to spill the secrets of the home if he was an oppressive husband?
Abuses isolated people, so that
Yeah, he wouldn't do that. So the sister, she alhamdulillah, she caught on. She realized that this is not me, this is not my character. Why am I behaving like this towards my husband? And he's so kind, so gentle, so generous. And then alhamdulillah, she woke up, right? But some sisters, they can't wake up from that issue. They basically get divorced, then they get married again, then they get divorced, then they get married again, then they get divorced. And then you hear rumors, oh, that woman, she just marries and divorces, right? But this is not only to only sisters, by the way. This happens to brothers, just as bad. Is there not the door closed? Yeah, please close it. Okay. Have I mentioned everything?
I don't want to ask too many questions, but although there are something there, I don't know what it is. I've never had a 𝗔𝗃𝗄𝗏 or anything like that. I'm just so confused.
Sister, you're possessed. You were shaking and making faces the other day, so don't be confused. I don't tell people they're possessed until they tell me they're possessed, but you are possessed, sister.
But nothing has ever spoken.
Yeah, no, it doesn't need, it was making more than what it was doing. Like what? Are you serious telling me that you don't know you're possessed?
No, I don't know.
Okay, so we're still in a stage, you haven't faced your problem yet. You're still in denial. So listen, if you're going to shake and make faces and turn away from the Quran and do this and do all these movements, that means you are possessed. You're doing unusual movements.
I didn't sleep a blink of an eye last night, just knowing that I was coming into.
No, we're not talking about that. We're just talking about you asked me, am I possessed? And you don't even know what's wrong with you. And I said to your sister, you don't need that question anymore. You already kind of opened up and said, I have a lustful jinn.
Yeah.
Did you realize you were saying that you have a lustful jinn? You were speaking about your experience to the sister here? Do you remember saying that or not? Yes or no? Say yes or no.
Yeah.
You remember or not?
Yeah, I think I
Are
do.
you getting dizzy while you're speaking to me?
I was earlier, but not now.
Okay, because you're looking at me in a very strange way. We're going to start.
Yeah.
Okay, put your hands flat. You don't need to overthink this. I'm possessed. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you are in control of your life. Okay? Bismillah. 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 أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم. مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام ميم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون والذين يؤمنون بما أنزل إليك وما أنزل من قبلك وبالآخرة هم يوقنون أولئك على هدى من ربهم وأولئك هم المفلحون أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام ميم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون والذين يؤمنون بما أنزل إليك وما أنزل من قبلك وبالآخرة هم يوقنون أولئك على هدى من ربهم وأولئك هم المفلحون أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإلهكم إله واحد وإلهكم إله واحد وإلهكم إله واحد وإلهكم إله واحد لا إله إلا هو لا إله إلا هو الرحمن الرحيم إن في خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف الليل والنهار والفلك التي تجري في البحر بما ينفع الناس وما أنزل الله من السماء من ماء فأحيا به الأرض بعد موتها وبث فيها من كل دابة وتصريف الرياح والسحاب المسخر بين السماء والأرض لآيات لقوم يعقلون أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون كل آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله وقالوا سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم شهد الله أنه لا إله إلا هو والملائكة وأولو العلم قائما بالقسط لا إله إلا هو لا إله إلا هو العزيز الحكيم إن الدين عند الله الإسلام وما اختلف الذين أوتوا الكتاب إلا من بعد ما جاءهم العلم بغيا بينهم ومن يكفر بآيات الله فإن الله سريع الحساب أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إن ربكم الله الذي خلق السماوات والأرض في 6 أيام ثم استوى على العرش يغشي الليل النهار يطلبه حثيثا والشمس والقمر والنجوم مسخرات بأمره ألا له الخلق والأمر تبارك الله رب العالمين ادعوا ربكم تضرعا وخفية إنه لا يحب المعتدين ولا تدعوا مع الله إلها آخر لا برهان له به أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إن ربكم الله الذي خلق السماوات والأرض في 6 أيام ثم استوى على العرش يغشي الليل النهار يطلبه حثيثا والشمس والقمر والنجوم مسخرات بأمره ألا له الخلق والأمر تبارك الله رب العالمين ادعوا ربكم تضرعا وخفية إنه لا يحب المعتدين 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 ولا تفسدوا في الأرض بعد إصلاحها وادعوه خوفا وطمعا إن رحمة الله قريب من المحسنين أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم أفحسبتم أنما خلقناكم عبثا أفحسبتم أنما خلقناكم عبثا وأنكم إلينا لا ترجعون فتعالى الله الملك الحق لا إله إلا هو رب العرش الكريم ومن يدع مع الله إلها آخر لا برهان له به فإنما حسابه عند ربه إنه لا يفلح الكافرون. Sit down. Sit down. You're disrupting my recitation. Sit down. I said sit down. If you know what's good for you, sit down. I'll get my security guard over there to make you sit down. Which one is it? Which one is it? Which one is it? Sit down, sit down, sit down. Sit down. Well done, good, well done. Okay, where are we? Let's have a break. Okay, that was a general ruqyah. So for you, it was a general ruqyah recitation of the Quran. The other one was dua. Obviously, some of you missed it. So let's ask everyone how you're feeling. And if you're listening and you're trying to get the benefits from recitation today. So sit down, close your eyes, relax. This was a general ruqyah. How was you feeling when reciting? You felt drained and needed to get out. Okay, but why did you stand up? Why didn't you just stop from standing up?
My legs were feeling weird, like,
Was you aware of what you're doing? Yes or no?
just couldn't control it.
You couldn't control it. Okay, and yourself, what was you feeling?
It was not liking it.
You didn't like it. You didn't enjoy that. Okay, and yourself?
No, I just want to say, it just felt like I was exploding, but I was making this device. It was like a battle inside of me.
Okay, you felt like you were fighting inside,
Yeah.
and you had tightness of the chest. And you?
Just felt that whispering. I just had this whispering that I don't have nothing. I don't have.
Oh, something was saying you don't nothing. You have nothing.
Yeah, and just kind of block, not to have any reaction, but blocking just.
Stop
Yeah.
from listening. Okay, sister, sit up, please. Come on. Come on. Come on.
I was really hating it when I spoke.
It's okay. It's okay. You were exposing the thing. When you speak about your problem or your symptoms, you're almost like you're exposing it, so it makes you regret why you were doing that. Okay? And if you try to help people as well, it doesn't like it. Sister, get up, please. Sit up. Sit up. Please sit up. You really do want to sit up. Okay.
I keep shaking my head and I'm getting dizzy.
Shaking head and dizzy. And yourself?
Uncontrollable guilt, sadness, or
Guilt about what? Sit down, sister. Sit down.
I can't.
Would you say unbelievable guilt and what?
I don't know, just I feel whenever I hear the Quran, there's just tremendous.
What guilt did you feel? Guilt. You said you're feeling guilt.
Yeah.
Anything specific about being here or anything like that? No? Okay? Okay. Yourself?
My whole body's just I'm being squeezed.
Oh, you feel like you're being squeezed, pain in the head. Okay, and you? Okay, now I need you to raise your hand when I'm reciting. Skype, can you please write down what you're feeling? I hope I'm gonna tick. Okay, you both are sitting there, not typing anything, so I'm gonna have to move on. Anyone? No? I'm gonna move on. I'm not waiting for anyone. Put your hand up if you feel anything. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم أسحر هذا 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 ولا يفلح الساحرون ولا يفلح الساحرون ولا يفلح الساحرون أسحر هذا 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 ولا يفلح الساحرون 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 أفسحر هذا أفسحر هذا أفسحر هذا أم أنتم لا تبصرون أفسحر هذا أم أنتم لا تبصرون وإن يروا آية يعرضوا ويقولوا سحر ويقولوا سحر ويقولوا سحر ويقولوا سحر ويقولوا سحر 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 ويقولوا سحر ويقولوا سحر ويقولوا سحر ويقولوا سحر مستمر 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 قالوا سحران قالوا سحران قالوا سحران تظاهرا قالوا سحران تظاهرا قالوا سحران قالوا سحران قالوا سحران تظاهرا وقالوا إن بكل كافرون قالوا سحران تظاهرا وقالوا إن بكل كافرون قالوا سحران قالوا سحران قالوا سحران تظاهرا وقالوا إن بكل كافرون قالوا سحران تظاهرا وقالوا إن بكل كافرون ولما جاءهم الحق قالوا هذا سحر 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 وإن به كافرون هذا سحر وإن به كافرون هذا سحر 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 هذا سحر 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 هذا سحر هذا سحر هذا سحر هذا سحر 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 هذا سحر هذا سحر وإن به كافرون هذا سحر هذا سحر وإن به كافرون هذا سحر هذا سحر هذا سحر وإن به كافرون فسيكفيكهم الله وهو السميع العليم إن كفيناك المستهزئين إن كفيناك المستهزئين
I'm gonna run and I'm gonna hide.
إن كفيناك المستهزئين أليس الله بكاف عبده ويخوفونك بالذين من دونه ومن يضلل الله فما له من هاد أفسحر هذا 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 أم أنتم لا تبصرون أفسحر هذا أفسحر هذا أفسحر هذا أم أنتم لا تبصرون وإن يروا آية يعرضوا ويقولوا سحر ويقولوا سحر ويقولوا سحر ويقولوا سحر 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 وإن يروا آية يعرضوا ويقولوا سحر ويقولوا سحر ويقولوا سحر مستمر 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 قالوا سحران قالوا سحران قالوا سحران تظاهرا قالوا سحران تظاهرا وقالوا إن بكل كافرون قالوا سحران قالوا سحران قالوا سحران تظاهرا وقالوا إن بكل كافرون قالوا حرقوه قالوا حرقوه حرقوه قالوا حرقوه وانصروا آليتكم إن كنتم فاعلين قالوا حرقوا 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 قالوا حرقوا 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 حرقوه قالوا حرقوا 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 حرقوه قالوا حرقوه حرقوه قالوا حرقوه قالوا حرقوه قالوا حرقوه
قالوا حرقوه قالوا حرقوه وانصروا آليتكم إن كنتم فاعلين قالوا حرقوا 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 حرقوه حرقوا 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 حرقوه قالوا حرقوا 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 قالوا حرقوا 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 قالوا حرقوه وانصروا آليتكم إن كنتم فاعلين قالوا حرقوه 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 قالوا حرقوا 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 حرقوه قالوا حرقوا 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 حرقوه قالوا حرقوا وانصروا آليتكم إن كنتم فاعلين أيود أحدكم أن تكون له جنة من نخيل وأعناب تجري من تحتها الأنهار وله فيها من كل الثمرات فأصابها إعصار فيه نار فأصابها إعصار فيه نار فأصابها إعصار فيه نار فأصابها إعصار فيه نار فيه نار فيه نار فيه نار فاحترقت 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 كذلك يبين الله لكم الآيات لعلكم تتفكرون. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. واتبعوا ما تتلو الشياطين على ملك سليمان وما كفر سليمان ولكن الشياطين كفروا يعلمون الناس السحر 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 يعلمون الناس السحر يعلمون الناس السحر وما أنزل على الملكين ببابل هاروت وماروت وما يعلمان من أحد حتى يقولا إنما نحن فتنة فلا تكفر فيتعلمون منهما ما يفرقون به بين المرء وزوجه بين المرء وزوجه بين المرء وزوجه بين المرء وزوجه 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 بين المرء وزوجه 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 بين المرء 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 وزوجه وما هم بضارين به من أحد إلا بإذن الله وما هم بضارين به من أحد إلا بإذن الله ويتعلمون ما يضرهم ولا ينفعهم ولقد علموا لمن اشتراه ما له في الآخرة من خلاق ولبئس ما شروا به أنفسهم لو كانوا يعلمون. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. واتبعوا ما تتلو الشياطين على ملك سليمان وما كفر سليمان ولكن الشياطين كفروا يعلمون الناس السحر يعلمون الناس السحر وما أنزل على الملكين ببابل هاروت وماروت وما يعلمان من أحد حتى يقولا إنما نحن فتنة فلا تكفر فيتعلمون منهما ما يفرقون به بين المرء وزوجه 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 بين المرء وزوجه بين المرء وزوجه 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 بين المرء وزوجه بين المرء وزوجه
Really?
I'm so tired.
Wow. You're pathetic.
I'm tired.
بين المرء وزوجه بين المرء وزوجه وما هم بضارين به من أحد إلا بإذن الله وما هم بضارين به من أحد إلا بإذن الله ويتعلمون ما يضرهم ولا ينفعهم ولقد علموا لمن اشتراه ما له في الآخرة من خلاق ولبئس ما شروا به أنفسهم لو كانوا يعلمون. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. وأوحينا إلى موسى أن ألق عصاك وأوحينا إلى موسى أن ألق عصاك فإذا هي تلقف ما يأفكون فوقع الحق وبطل ما كانوا يعملون وبطل ما كانوا يعملون وبطل ما كانوا يعملون وبطل ما كانوا يعملون وبطل 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 ما كانوا يعملون وبطل 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 ما كانوا يعملون 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 فغلبوا هنالك فغلبوا 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 هنالك وانقلبوا ساغرين وألقي السحرة ساجدين. Do not come near this table, please. Don't come near. Go down, go down. Go down over there, go over there, over there. You want to play, go on, play over there. Do you hear what I said? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. وأوحينا إلى موسى أن ألق عصاك وأوحينا إلى موسى أن ألق عصاك فإذا هي تلقف ما يأفكون فوقع الحق وبطل ما كانوا يعملون فغلبوا هنالك وانقلبوا ساغرين وألقي السحرة ساجدين 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 قالوا آمنا برب العالمين رب موسى وهارون. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. فلما ألقوا قال موسى ما جئتم به السحر إن الله سيبطله السحر إن الله سيبطله السحر إن الله سيبطله السحر إن الله سيبطله السحر إن الله سيبطله. Okay, let's have a break. Let's have a break. I think I need a break.
Okay. Everyone take control. Okay, so everyone knows it's about taking control. So like the question is, when am I going to get better? When am I going to get cured? Is when you are in control. Sit up. Focus on yourself. Make dua for anyone that you see that needs dua. Make dua for them. Okay. So let's start from up there, please. Tell me what you're feeling. Yes.
The same, like the same feelings, like kind of everything is just waste of time.
Your head, stomach, and thigh still the same.
Just the thigh.
Just the thigh. Okay. Next, please.
I'm sleepy.
You feel sleepy, but why are you laughing if you're sleepy? You feel like it.
Again, I keep shaking my head, so my back is getting dizzy.
Okay. And you, sister? Chop, chop.
My head.
What is your head? What's your feeling in your head?
My head. I'm tired.
Pardon?
I'm very
You
tired.
feel tired. Oh, you were saying you're tired. Was it you were saying you're tired? I'm tired. Listen to my question again. Was it you that was saying I'm tired? I need to hear yes or no. What? No what? Who was saying I was tired? Who was it?
Something else.
Okay. So just remember that, because something else was saying I'm tired. Yes, sister, come on. Take control. Come on. You can do it. Come on, breathe in. Hold your breath 3 seconds and then breathe out again. Take control. Come on. It's about taking control. Your mind, your body, and your life. What do you feel? You feel like you need to vomit. Where's the bag? Where's the bag? You need to have a bag with you. Near you, close to you. Okay. So, where do you feel any pain anywhere in your body?
My stomach, like, liver area.
Okay. Anything else?
My head is hurting and my lower stomach as well.
Okay, remember, this is your goal, to stay in control like you just spoke to me now, not to go and lose control. Tell me, you feeling?
Really heavy on my shoulder. The
He-
pain. It's just stuck.
Pain stuck, what's pain stuck where?
Still.
Where is that? Kidneys? That's good, that's,
Yeah, my eye is bad. Just still.
okay. And you, how you
Negative and angry.
felt negative and angry? Okay. Try to make it positive. Okay? You can't breathe.
And I was feeling pain on the back of my neck, shoulder, feeling like I'm gonna faint.
Okay, you felt like you were gonna faint. Okay. Okay, let's start again. So some of you were laughing, some of you jinns were laughing. We're gonna have to just now make this session longer than what I intended. Okay? So whenever you laugh in my session, you try to joke and mock and say that you're not tired. I'm gonna make sure you leave here, make sure that you're tired. You should did. You giving me attitude in my recitation, giving me that's because I'm not replying. I'm talking, you think I'm gonna forget? It was both of you. Take control, sister. Take control. I'm doing it because of you. Yes. We're gonna go extra. Just for the pleasure of it. Close your eyes, relax everyone. Relax.
Yes. الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم السحر هذا السحر هذا السحر هذا السحر هذا السحر هذا
Mother! Oh, it's her mother!
You're a liar. السحر هذا السحر هذا
It's her mother!
You're a liar.
Oh,
You're a liar.
no, no!
Yes, you are.
Her mother!
Her mother.
Yes!
You're a
It
liar.
is her mother!
You're a liar.
Yes!
You're a
I
liar.
am not
Yes, you
lying.
are. Yes, you are.
I'm not lying!
Listen.
I'm not lying!
Listen to me.
It is her mother!
Listen. I'm going to tell you.
It's her mother!
Listen to me carefully. Listen to me carefully.
What?
I'm going to ask you a question.
Go ahead!
Are you a male or female?
I don't know why does it matter!
No, it doesn't matter. Because when I get up, you're going to know about it. Are you a male or female?
It's her mother!
I said that you're a male or female.
Oh, it's her mother!
I said, are you a male or female? Why should I believe you? Are you a male or female?
It's her mother!
I asked you a question.
It's her mother!
Answer my question.
Oh my god, it's her mother!
I asked you a question. Are you a male or female? That's it. I'm not going to take a word from you. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم أفسحر هذا أفسحر هذا أفسحر هذا أفسحر هذا أم أنتم لا تبصرون أفسحر هذا أفسحر هذا أفسحر هذا أم أنتم لا تبصرون أفسحر هذا أفسحر هذا أفسحر هذا أم أنتم لا تبصرون وإن يروا آية يعرضوا ويقولوا سحر 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 وإن يروا آية يعرضوا ويقولوا سحر مستمر 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 ومن آياته أن خلق لكم من أنفسكم أزواجا من أنفسكم أزواجا من أنفسكم أزواجا لتسكنوا إليها لتسكنوا إليها لتسكنوا إليها لتسكنوا إليها لتسكنوا إليها لتسكنوا إليها وجعل بينكم مودة ورحمة مودة ورحمة مودة ورحمة مودة ورحمة مودة ورحمة إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يتفكرون ولله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض وكان الله بكل شيء محيطا أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم أم يحسدون الناس أم يحسدون أم يحسدون أم يحسدون أم يحسدون أم يحسدون الناس أم يحسدون الناس أم يحسدون الناس على ما أتاهم الله من فضله فقد آتينا آل إبراهيم الكتاب والحكمة الكتاب والحكمة الكتاب والحكمة وآتيناهم ملكا عظيما أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ود كثير من أهل الكتاب لو يردونكم من بعد إيمانكم كفارا حسدا من عند أنفسهم حسدا 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 حسد 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 حسدا من عند أنفسهم حسد 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 حسدا من عند أنفسهم حسدا ود كثير من أهل الكتاب لو يردونكم من بعد إيمانكم كفارا حسدا من عند أنفسهم حسدا 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 من عند أنفسهم حسدا 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 من عند أنفسهم حسدا حسدا من عند أنفسهم حسدا 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 من عند أنفسهم حسدا 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 من عند أنفسهم حسدا 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 من عند أنفسهم حسدا 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 من عند أنفسهم من بعد ما تبين لهم الحق فاعفوا واصفحوا حتى يأتي الله بأمره إن الله على كل شيء قدير. Okay, let's take control.
Let's take control. Okay, so somebody's commenting on somebody's making comments. Anyway, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna address this with honesty and openness. But I don't know if everyone's like ready with honesty and openness because people don't have patience. People don't have patience, right? So I'm just going to tell you how I do things, and then you can do whatever you want. I'm talking about the whole world because I'm just going to do it. So what I do is I open my facilities, my, if you want to call it center, it sounds too grand to call it center, but I open my place for people to come and go as they please. Okay? There's no like, they don't have to come. I don't stop them from coming as long as they don't harm me or others. They're not a danger to me and dangerous to others. So it's opened. Now, if they're afflicted, it's upon the family to look after them. If they're afflicted, it's after the family to look after them. It's not up to me. I'm not going home with them, right? So we need to understand this. We need to use our logic. That the family are responsible for the person who is afflicted. If they're not in control and they are danger to themselves and danger to others, where do they need to go? Who do they need to contact? They need to contact the authorities. I know it sounds quite disturbing to say that, but that's the reality of it, okay? If the person is really unwell, okay, it's a problem. And in this country, we have facilities where the authorities must get involved because the person is in danger to themselves and the danger to others. Some people might not agree with what I'm saying, but you kind of have to do this when you're doing this on a full-time scale. So this is the kind of approach you have to give. But really, the family can look after the person. But if they're not capable, who do they turn to? Do they turn to the raqi? The raqi is not going to give them 24 hours of the day. So don't expect the raqi to do so. That's really important for you to understand. So you need to be equipped to look after this person. If you can't, then you need to find somebody that can. It's very logical. It's not something complicated. Now, when you start doing ruqya, do not expect to get the best results. People think, I'm going to go and do ruqya and I'm going to get the results that I desire. That's not the fact. That's not the fact. Like, what did we say last week? Anytime there's an interaction between jinn and human beings, what is the goal of the jinn? It's to plant the seed of what? Disbelief. Remember this. This is a really, really important principle. It's to plant a seed of what? Of kufr, disbelief. So you're now trying to seek a solution, i.e. healing from Allah using the Quran as a means. Do you think the jinn is going to say to you, yes, we submit and we are going to leave? Is that the conclusion that you've come to? No. The jinn is going to do the opposite until you disbelieve. Please understand this. Okay? It's about believe and disbelieve in Tawheed, in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's what you're fighting. So do not think that you're putting the burden on the raqi. The raqi does not have a burden. The burden is on you. You need to keep to the reliance on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and striving forward, because the matter might get worse. Okay, and I warn people of this. And the people that take heed actually follow instructions. I give them the option: either you go to a mental hospital until they're settled and then bring them back, or we see them every day, and I mean every day, right? Every day. If you're not equipped to like have your loved one to be seen every day for 5 hours a day, don't complain. And there's another thing that I must have a rant about. Don't think every Iraqi is going to be available 5 hours a day or 6 hours a day. It's just not reality, okay? So the matter is not just simple as what we're just sitting down doing here. These people are making an effort. These people that you see here are making an effort. This sister's being dragged here. One of them is being dragged. She cries being here and cries leaving here, but she's still fighting within inside. Every sister here and the brothers that come on Sunday, they are making an effort. They're the stars, really. I'm just the means. 𝗷𝗎𝗍𝗔. They're the ones who are fighting, okay? They're the one who've been motivated somehow. Allah has put the motivation in their heart. If your loved one has not got that motivation, or you don't have that motivation, don't criticize other ones and don't try to put the blame on who? The therapist. Barakallahu feekum. I hope that came clear or crystal clear. Should we start again? Sorry, I had to have that rant because that text didn't want to stop. Here we go. Ready?
That was just me being honest. Close your eyes, relax. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. So please stop distracting me with the text. فيها عين فيها عين فيها عين جارية فيها عين جارية فيها عين جارية.
My teacher used to say this joke: when you get on a bus, do you expect to pay for the bus ride, or do you pay? Is it for free in where you're from? Please answer that question. That one that just answered that one there. What's you, Dimsy? Your name's Dimsy or something. Please answer that question. When you get on the bus, are you expected to pay for the bus, or are you expected just to get on the bus? Please answer it. Thank you very much. Everyone, close your eyes.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. فيها عين فيها عين فيها عين فيها عين جارية فيها عين جارية فيها عين عين فيها عين فيها عين فيها عين جارية فيها عين جارية فيها عين فيها عين.
I didn't take it as an insult. I was just asking a question as well. I'm being honest. I wasn't being insulting.
فيها عين.
But please answer the question. When you get on the bus, do you expect to pay for it, or is it for free?
فيها عين.
Just keep it real.
فيها عين فيها عين جارية فيها عين جارية فيها عين فيها عين جارية فيها عين جارية فيها عين فيها عين جارية. يكاد البرق يخطف أبصارهم 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 كلما أضاء لهم مشوا فيه وإذا أظلم عليهم قاموا ولو شاء الله لذهب بسمعهم وأبصارهم إن الله على كل شيء قدير. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. وقل رب زدني علما وقل رب زدني علما زدني علما زدني علما وقل رب زدني علما وقل رب زدني علما وقل رب زدني علما زدني علما. وعلمك وعلمك ما لم تكن تعلم وعلمك ما لم تكن تعلم وعلمك 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 ما لم تكن تعلم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. فيها عين جارية ولقد جعلنا في السماء بروجا وزيناها للناظرين وزيناها للناظرين وزيناها للناظرين وزيناها للناظرين وزيناها للناظرين وحفظنا من كل شيطان وحفظنا من كل شيطان رجيم وحفظنا من كل شيطان رجيم وحفظنا من كل شيطان رجيم. ولكم فيها جمال ولكم فيها جمال جمال جمال. ولكم فيها جمال ولكم فيها جمال جمال ولكم فيها جمال ولكم فيها جمال ولكم فيها جمال ولكم فيها جمال 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 ولكم فيها جمال ولكم فيها جمال حين تريحون وحين تسرحون. ولكم فيها جمال 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 ولكم فيها جمال 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 ولكم فيها 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 جمال 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 ولكم فيها 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 جمال حين تريحون وحين تسرحون. ولكم فيها جمال ولكم فيها جمال ولكم فيها جمال حين تريحون وحين تسرحون. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والصافات صفا والصافات صفا والصافات صفا فالزاجرات زجرا فالزاجرات زجرا فالتاليات ذكرا. إن إلهكم لواحد إن إلهكم لواحد رب السماوات والأرض وما بينهما ورب المشارق. إنا زينا السماء الدنيا بزينة الكواكب وحفظا من كل شيطان وحفظا من كل شيطان مارد وحفظا من كل شيطان مارد وحفظا من كل شيطان مارد. لا يسمعون إلى الملأ الأعلى ويقذفون من كل جانب دحورا ولهم عذاب واصب إلا من خطف الخطفة فأتبعه شهاب ثاقب. شهاب ثاقب. Okay, keep your eyes closed. Okay, so who's gonna demonstrate today? Who wants to speak today? Jin, close your eyes.
It's her mother.
Okay, you want to speak. Okay, so we're gonna do a demonstration today Okay? And please, don't take this as showboating. This is educational purposes only. Please. Okay.
She's telling the truth.
No, I'm not talking to you.
She's right. It's her mother.
No. There's conditions. If I'm going to speak to you,
Probably is your mom.
alright, you just spoiled it. I'm going to go back to reading. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والصافات صفا فالزاجرات زجرا فالتاليات ذكرا إن إلهكم لواحد إن إلهكم لواحد إن إلهكم لواحد رب السماوات والأرض وما بينهما ورب المشارق إنا زينا السماء الدنيا بزينة الكواكب وحفظا من كل شيطان وحفظا من كل شيطان مارد 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 لا يسمعون إلى الملأ الأعلى ويقذفون من كل جانب دحورا ولهم عذاب واصب 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 إلا من خطف الخطفة فأتبعه شهاب ثاقب شهاب ثاقب شهاب ثاقب شهاب ثاقب شهاب ثاقب. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, who's going to demonstrate? Any volunteers? Any volunteers? Not you, obviously, not you. The judge is not speaking for you, so there's no point of you speaking. Take control, stay in control. Now, which one of you was speaking? Which one of you was interrupting me? Yes, you, the one who said this is mother. Come on, quickly. Quickly. Her mother. Okay, listen to me. Before I have a conversation with you, this is what I'm going to ask you. What is your name? This is... What did we say? Educational purposes. Not show bits. This is what you're supposed to do, okay? Listen. What is your name? What is your name? Quickly, what is your name? And this is the time that you might want to take a break, because you might get tired, because it is tiring. After doing it for an hour, 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, you might just say, what is your name? Quickly, what is your name? What is your name?
It's a generation.
What did you say? What did you just say? Why are you not speaking? Were you speaking when I was reading the Quran? Why are you not speaking now? What's wrong? This is how you know he's lying. See how he's shouting? It says mother, her mother. But then why can't you answer the question of what is your name? I know. Are you trying to be helpful, Jin? Are you trying to be helpful? Jin, you spoke. What is your name? I'm waiting. What is your name? Oh yeah, we're here for a long time, yeah. Yeah, we have loads of time. Oh, they want me to just recite? Okay, no arguing.
Say it again.
Listen, listen. Allah, Allah, Allah. Allah. Okay, please open your eyes, everyone. Take control, take control, take control, take control. Take control. Okay, what was you reading? Because I forgot. Safat. Tell me, what's going on with you? Hmm? Yawning. Okay, and you? Pardon? You feel like you're going to faint, I'm not sure. Okay, and yourself?
I had the same feeling, like I just came, this waste of time, things like that. But also I feel that I'm drained.
You do look much different, like, and other sessions, you see how she looks. Are you distracted?
I think so.
Who are you distracted by?
No,
Who distracted you?
Not myself. But
No, you usually don't get distracted that easily, so are you distracted by anyone? Or are you distracted inside?
Inside, not from
Okay, so this is a different look. Your face is totally different to the usual times.
inside. I had that kind of.
Okay, it might be a good thing, not a bad thing, you know. Don't think it's a bad thing. Okay, and you, are you going to speak, sister? Say La ilaha illallah. You can do it. You have to have that confidence. You have to believe in yourself. Yes, you did say it. Look, you have to believe you said it. Okay? The jinn does not want to say La ilaha illallah, okay? He's going to try to say in your head, he's going to tell you, no, I was saying it. He's going to try to convince you, you're not talking, he's talking. You have to say, no, it was me. It's a battle inside. You have to have that battle. Do you understand? And everything else that you might say, for instance, you might say, I want a glass of water, and the jinn say, no, it wasn't you, it was me. This is between you and the jinn. But you have to take control. You have to say, no, that was me. Understand? Okay. Sister, how are you feeling?
I'm sorry, I kept concentrating on this.
Yes, I noticed that. Okay. Yourself? What are you feeling?
A lot of things.
A lot of things.
Yeah.
Just tell me one.
I think whatever.
Just tell me one.
Okay. There was like, doubts that I had.
What?
And I
Doubts
feel
of
like-
what? That's one thing we're going to speak about. Doubts of what? Doubts of what? Sister, listen, you said you got loads of things, and I said, just give me one thing, and you said doubts, and I said, doubts of what? I can guess, but I don't want to guess.
Yeah, don't guess. Maybe I should say it.
Yes.
My mom.
Oh, you're doubting that if your mum done it or not?
No, she hasn't done it.
But we're doubting of what? Why are you making me guess? Just say it.
No, my mother's mother, okay, had things I never understood growing up. And then my mom has things. Obviously, I'm an adult. And I do try to question her. Things that now we're kind of aware of. But obviously, I didn't think it would be me.
What are you talking about? I can know what you're talking about, but I asked you what you're feeling.
Something that stayed with my mother's mother.
Something that
know?
stayed with your mother's mother, and something stayed with your mother, and now something's staying with
And
you.
then it sounds like it's going through the whole generational thing.
Okay, this is another problem. Okay, this is something trying to make something bigger than what it is.
Could be.
Okay, what you need to do is isolate the problem. It's your own problem. You're here, your mom's not here, your grandma's not here. We're dealing with your problem here. Okay? Jinns like to make the problem bigger than what it is.
It's never said anything before.
You didn't even believe it existed.
I didn't even know for 10 years since I had my.
All right, sister, listen to me. I'm going to ask you a question again. What is it that you're feeling? I asked you, what is it that you're feeling? I thought you were going to say to me, I've come to terms, yes, I am possessed. Something is speaking through me.
Definitely 100%.
That's all you needed to say to me, and it will be insufficient.
I was just so fearful of that it would be from my mom's side rather than.
See, now you're saying your mum, see, you're bringing your mum into the equation. We're not talking about your mum. We're not talking about your grandma. We're not talking about anything to do with any generation. We're talking about you. You still haven't said that I am. You see, you have not said it. You haven't said it. You see how hard is it for you to say? Try it.
I don't know. Yeah, there is obviously something.
Okay. What are you feeling? It will take time. Don't get upset. I'm being hard on you just so you can fight. Go on.
I was feeling weirdly
You're feeling what?
light.
You're feeling what?
Weirdly light. It's a good thing, alhamdulillah. I just feel light, but my shoulders.
Light. You felt lighter.
Yeah.
Okay.
But my shoulders and this ankle. Some pain.
Okay. And you?
Stomach pain's gone. I feel burning and stiff, and my whole body's stiff.
Okay. And yourself? Yes, quickly.
Would you ask me?
Did I?
Yeah,
What did I ask you?
I was feeling, I said,
I don't remember asking you. I didn't ask you, sister.
you did ask me, you went about.
No, I didn't ask you. I know I didn't ask you.
I can't say no.
No, I remember. I didn't ask you. Go on. I usually ask from there. No? You don't remember? Maybe, you know what, I did ask you. That look in your face was too honest. Yeah, I did ask you. I must have asked you. I must have forgotten. Okay. Well done. You remember than I didn't remember. Okay, so we're going to move on now. There's no windows and no oxygen in this room, so we will get tired. We will get drained, okay? So part of being in this room, nothing to do with jinn, you will feel exhausted, okay? Yes. Your whole body's itching. That's evil eye, and Allah knows best, okay? That's evil eye. So itching, any skin problems, just take it from this. Any skin. Actually, now you've opened up another thing. So diagnosing somebody is not something that is easy. And there's a problem. There's a problem where people have a misunderstanding with raqis. Like a raqi, somebody who knows and somebody who doesn't know, right? So you can have a raqi, for instance, that's educated in Islamic studies, okay? And a raqi that's not educated in Islamic studies. You have two, you could have three and four different type of people. But the one with the Islamic studies, you'll find you're more safer with him when it comes to your aqidah. The one who does not have Islamic studies behind him, you'll find that you could be in danger. Because he does not relate everything back to the Quran and Sunnah. He relates everything back to just experience. But then you have the one who wants to be. The one who wants to be what? Wants to be Islamic studies. He craves to be one. The other one who's got Islamic studies could be careless sometimes when it comes to ruqyah. I'm just going to perform what the Prophet did and I'm not going to do anything else. But he's missed out that there's actually knowledge in this aspect as well. But the one who wants to be studies both. And he gives a lot of integrity to it. So what he will do, and there is, alhamdulillah, students, knowledge and scholars that do this, that will relate symptoms to the hadiths. So if I said skin, I must have some evidence, not just experience. Make sense? So you said, what does it mean, like skin, I got a skin problem? I could have said, I don't know. That's safer for somebody who doesn't know. Make sense? But if I said, no, you got an animal jinn, who laughed? If I said you got an animal jinn, you have like a dog, or whatever, or a pig, for instance, or a rabbit, or a sheep, whatever, and it's itching. I don't mean it, I'm just being sarcastic. And this person, how did he know that you have this animal jinn? Because you were scratching like an animal. Is that a good enough excuse? Or good enough answer? Okay, what's the better answer? Ayn is related to all skin problems because of the hadith of the Prophet the Sahabiya, whose name is Zainab, the daughter of Salama, was seen with saf'a in her face, a marking on her face. And the face is the skin. So when we have somebody come with problems in their face or skin problems, we relate it to evil eye. Could it be sihr? Could it be sihr? The answer? Pardon? Potentially can. But what is the primary diagnosis? Am I boring you? Okay, good. Because I know you get bored quick. Pardon? Why is it primary? Because we have the hadith. Okay? Unless we have something else that indicates that it's sihr. That makes sense? So that's how we diagnose. And there's many hadiths that indicate that skin problem is to do with... No, we're not going to go through all your symptoms. We're not going to do that. Okay, ready? We're going to start reading. No, I just wanted to give this kind of benefit because people come out, start talking about diagnosis when they actually not going back to the Quran and Sunnah, or not even making an effort, or not even asking the scholars who studied the subject, which is a shame, and it's causing a lot of confusion amongst the general Muslims. Why? Because they say, oh, but you're Iraqi and you're Iraqi, but you two have different approaches or different opinions. It's not about different opinions, okay? It's not about different opinions, because you shouldn't have a different opinion. You should always go back to the Quran and Sunnah. Am I making sense? Because this is what opens the door for the charlatans to come in, or for the new brothers and sisters that have come into Ruqya. They don't seek the Ruqya from the right people and then end up getting lost in the process of learning Ruqya. And Allah knows best. Okay, let's read. Close your eyes, relax.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم أيود أحدكم أن تكون له جنة من نخيل وأعناب تجري من تحتها الأنهار له فيها من كل الثمرات وأصابه الكبر وله ذرية ضعفاء فأصابها إعصار فيه نار فاحترقت فأصاب إعصار فيه نار فأصابها إعصار فيه نار Get out in the name of Allah. So get out in the name of Allah. 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 فأصابها إعصار فيه نار فاحترقت فأصاب إعصار فيه نار فأصاب إعصار فيه نار فأصابها إعصار فيه نار فاحترقت وأصاب إعصار فيه نار فأصابها إعصار فيه نار فأصابها إعصار فيه نار فاحترقت كذلك يبين الله لكم الآيات لعلكم تتفكرون إن الذين كفروا لن تغني عنهم أموالهم ولا أولادهم من الله شيئا وأولئك وقود النار وأولئك وأولئك وقود النار وأولئك وقود النار وأولئك وقود النار وقود النار وقود النار إن الذين كفروا لن تغني عنهم أموالهم ولا أولادهم من الله شيئا وأولئك أصحاب النار هم فيها خالدون وأولئك أصحاب النار هم فيها خالدون أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم لقد سمع الله قول الذين قالوا إن الله فقير ونحن أغنياء سنكتب ما قالوا وقتلهم الأنبياء بغير حق ونقول ذوقوا عذاب الحريق 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 عذاب الحريق إن الذين كفروا بآياتنا سوف نصليهم نارا سوف نصليهم نارا سوف نصليهم نارا سوف نصليهم نارا كلما نضجت جلودهم بدلناهم جلودا غيرها ليذوقوا العذاب 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 إن الله كان عزيزا حكيما يريدون أن يخرجوا من النار 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 وما هم بخارجين منها ولهم عذاب مقيم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ويوم يحشرهم جميعا ويوم يحشرهم جميعا يا معشر الجن يا معشر الجن يا معشر الجن والإنس إن استطعتم أن تنفذوا ويوم يحشرهم جميعا ويوم يحشرهم جميعا يا معشر الجن قد استكثرتم من الإنس وقال أولياءهم من الإنس وربنا استمتع بعضنا ببعض وربنا استمتع بعضنا ببعض وبلغنا أجل الذي أجلت لنا قال النار مثواكم قال النار مثواكم خالدين فيها إلا ما شاء الله إن ربك حكيم عليم. Okay, let me take another break. لا إله إلا الله.
So you see how you said you were getting distracted, sister? You distracted me. So how comes you're vomiting, but yet you still think there's nothing wrong with you, or you're getting distracted? How is that happening? I'm interested.
Internally.
Yeah. So you're vomiting and doing all these actions and shaking, but you still think there's nothing wrong with you.
I had, since I came today, I had this in my mind. I mean, it was just inside. I know.
No, my question to you, even though you're getting the reactions, that's still in your mind, that's still like overwhelming?
Now on this last part, I mean, it looks like something heavy left.
Mm-hmm.
But it was
strong, compelling.
It was strong, yeah.
Right, subhanAllah. That's very strange. That you are reacting. So it can't be just like that. Okay, let's go back. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Focus, focus, focus. Look, the whole point of you getting distracted is for you to focus back into the Quran. The faster you can focus, the easier you're distracted. This is your fight. This is your battle. The focusing and the getting distraction. That's what it's about. You telling the jinn to leave. Remember your fight, your struggle. Okay, I'm just reciting the Quran. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. ولو ترى إذ يتوفى الذين كفروا الملائكة يضربون وجوههم الملائكة يضربون وجوههم وأدبارهم وذوقوا عذاب الحريق 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 وذوقوا عذاب الحريق. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. واستفتحوا وخاب كل جبار عنيد من ورائه جهنم ويسقى من ماء صديد يتجرعه ولا يكاد يسيغه ويأتيه الموت من كل مكان وما هو بميت ومن ورائه عذاب غليظ ومن ورائه عذاب غليظ ومن ورائه عذاب غليظ ومن ورائه عذاب غليظ. We nearly there. We nearly finished. We nearly finished. Be patient. Just a little bit longer, okay? Just the last pushes, okay? This is the last push. Last push. Okay. Now, all the jinns inside of here, listen, I've not spoken to you today because I had conditions of speaking to you. No, stop. Because I was worried that it will be showboating when I'm talking to you to the public. So I didn't want to talk to none of you. But as I see is there's a need that you need to leave. Do you understand? You must leave, except these bodies. You cannot stay here. You're not allowed. It is forbidden for you to be inside these bodies. Do you not understand? Are you foolish? Are you dumb? Are you stupid? Pathetic you are. Now, I advise you to leave and exit these bodies. You have no right to be inside. If you've come in through the evil eye, I ask Allah Azza wa Jalla to destroy every evil eye, every envious eye, every envious eye, every envious eye, all of the shrivi envious eye, envious eye, envious eye, envious eye, all of the shrivi envious eye, and education, her mind, all the shrivi envious on her mind, her intelligence, her speech, her memorization of the Quran, her memorization of the Quran, her memorization of the Quran, her fluent memorization of the Quran. Ar-Rahman علم القرآن خلق الإنسان علمه البيان
القرآن علمه البيان. Oh Allah, every eye, every envious eye, every envious eye, memorization of the Quran, memorization of the Quran, memorization of the Quran. Oh Allah, destroy every eye, every envious eye, every envy on her speech, her speech, her speech, her speech, her speech, her accent, her accent, her speech, her speech, her speech, her speech, her smile, her smile, her smile. Oh Allah, every envious eye, envious eye, envious eye, on the hair, the hair, the hair, the hair, on the hair, on the hair, on the hair, the thickness of 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 the hair. Oh Allah, every envious eye, on her beauty, her beauty, her beauty, her beauty, her jawline, her jawline, her jawline. Her jawline, her jawline, her jawline, her smile, her smile, her teeth, her teeth, her teeth, her teeth. Oh Allah, should be envious eye, envious eye, envious eye. Okay, calm down. Calm down. Calm down. People might say there's the Beatles in the room. We don't want that. Don't get mistaken, huh? This is just supplications. And all of you can do the same.
She might flatter herself.
Are we ready?
She might flatter herself.
Oh Allah, destroy every shaitan, every shaitan, every shaitan. Oh Allah, destroy every shaitan, every shaitan, every shaitan, shaitan, shaitan. Oh Allah, destroy every shaitan, every shaitan. This goes out to all those who don't believe the jinns possess human beings. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. This is real. And we ask Allah Azza wa Jal to cure these sisters. Allah is the one who bestows His cure. This is serious. And they tell you the truth, these are warriors. These sisters are not a joke. You're in pain. You're in pain.
This place is a theatre. This place is a theatre.
Who's making it into a theatre?
Lies upon lies upon lies.
Carry on.
Lies upon lies upon lies. Worshipping something that doesn't exist.
Well, there you made the mistake. You could have made your argument much better than that.
Lies upon lies.
But you wanted to attack Allah?
That's the biggest lie.
That's the most foolish thing you've done.
Biggest lie.
You know it's not a lie, right?
Talk to me again.
I am.
Oh, goodness. Hey, that's good. Well done, girl. Well done, sisters. Take the pull them, strike them. That's it. I am not too well today. I'm like an old man. So one of the conditions of ruqya, you have to be in good health. Sit down. Something like this might happen. You might have to restrain someone. If you can't do it, you shouldn't be doing it. See, I can even get up and stop what needs to be stopped. Alhamdulillah, two sisters, they intervened and they done what they needed to do. So yeah, my mistake. We're not perfect. Bad, isn't it? Just exposed myself. Are we ready? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد إياك نعبد إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين إياك نعبد إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والصافات صفا والصافات صفا والصافات صفا فالزاجرات زجرا فالزاجرات زجرا فالزاجرات زجرا فالزاجرات زجرا فالتاليات ذكرا إن إلهكم لواحد 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 رب السماوات والأرض وما بينهما ورب المشارق إنا زينا السماء الدنيا بزينة الكواكب وحفظا من كل شيطان وحفظا من كل شيطان مارد وحفظا من كل شيطان مارد وحفظا من كل شيطان مارد وحفظا من كل شيطان وحفظا من كل شيطان وحفظا من كل شيطان وحفظا من كل شيطان مارد 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 وحفظا من كل شيطان مارد لا يسمعون إلى الملأ الأعلى ويقذفون من كل جانب دحورا ولهم عذاب واصب إلا من خطف الخطفة فأتبعه شهاب ثاقب 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 شهاب ثاقب. Every jinn must leave. Every afreet, every afreet, every afreet, afreet, every afreet, every married, every lustful jinn, every ashiq, every ashiq must leave. Every ashiq must leave. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ومن الناس من يتخذ من دون الله أندادا يحبونهم كحب الله 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 والذين آمنوا أشد حبا لله ولو يرى الذين ظلموا إذ يرون العذاب أن القوة لله جميعا وأن الله شديد العذاب. Okay, let's see how you're not in control. Okay, take control. See how you're not in control. Everyone notice, look. Can everyone take control, please? All right, so how much in control are you? How much?
100%.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 70, 80.
You're 80% in control. Yeah. So this is only... Okay, so what the point I want to get to is, like, over the years, what I've been doing, and this is like passed on from Sheikh Khalid as well. I hope I'm not misquoting him, but I'm going to say it from my perspective, right? So I'm not misquoting anyone. So everyone is looking for a cure. Everyone is looking for a cure. Is that correct? Yeah. No, I need you to take control. No, not dazing, no daydreaming, none of that stuff. Okay? Because we're not just performing ruqyah here, we're doing educational stuff as well, okay? Educational workshop. Is that correct? Is that what we call it? What should we call it? Workshop? No, come on. No, it's not that much. What camp?
A crash course.
Yes, a crash course. A crash course into your ruqyah journey, okay? Now, so I want you to understand this. Now, why have you come here? Because of the problem. What is the problem causing? A distraction. Distraction on what? In your worship to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You might not think that. But that's the ultimate. That's what your soul is distracted from. Are you everyone focusing? Yeah. So now, like when I'm talking to you, I'm distracting you from whatever was you going through. Whatever you were going through, the jinn reacting and you making your face move, doing this and doing the other. I've just distracted you from that. The same way when the jinn distracts you from you worship to Allah, distracts you from dua, distracts you, causes you pain, distracts you, makes you lose control mentally, physically, emotionally. It's a distraction,
right? Everyone's got it at a different level. Some people just got it from the outside. It's just whispers. Some people get seriously ill, but they don't feel the presence of a jinn, but they get seriously ill. It's a distraction from their worship. Everyone understanding what I'm talking about? So when we're doing this stop and start, obviously I have to take a break and take a breather and have a little rant. Like now I'm going to have a rant, but please remind me where we just left off. Okay? Somebody on the live here was talking about white magic, and I didn't see it, and said it's allowed. It's not allowed. White magic is not allowed. And stay away from these people that claim that they do white magic. They are charlatans. They are dangerous. Does not matter what they call themselves. They might call themselves raqis. Now, the scholars say, if a so-called raqi therapist, raqi I call therapist, sometimes I use raqi, sometimes I use therapist, if he imitates a magician, do not go to him. Okay? Let's say, for instance, I heard one, I'm not going to say who he is and what he is. He'll turn off the lights, for instance. Turn off the light, do dhikr. Let's do dhikr. Allah, 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 Allah. And we do dhikr, right? And we say, let's turn off the lights. Is that something that we should do? It's bizarre, it's weird. Stay away from that. But no, people do this. Don't think they don't. They do this, right? Okay, so that's one. Another person, was it the one I'm trying to build it up. Oh, yes. So I'm reading on you, and I start clapping like this. I was like, okay, I start clapping. I hope no one's recording this and make out like this is when they're doing ruqya. Starts clapping his hand like so. All right? Starts doing like this. Okay? And then magicians do that. Some magicians would come near you and start clicking their fingers. Don't look at anything as strange, anything that's bizarre. That's what magicians do. Okay? And for them, they've kind of rationalized it to themselves. Either they're just lying to themselves, or they've learned it from a jinn. A jinn has learned it, taught it to them, right?
There's magicians that hit people like they grab onto the head and make stuff.
Pardon?
With the bead. The choo-choo man.
Oh, he with the beads.
Or like just like they'll just grab the head and just start like slapping the head.
Okay, so just to make this, so you can all understand. So there's the Chinese, and the Japanese, they've been treating this problem, right, for centuries, jinn possession. But I don't know if they got it in their language, but they use these acupuncture pens, not pens. It's something else. It's like a massage. It's not a pen, but it's like a massage thing that you dig into your muscles. Okay, these are for getting rid of these problems, right? And all of you should explore this because it's not haram. There's nothing haram about it. Okay, it's just applying pressure in the places where you feel movements or pain and so on and so forth. But anything else that's bizarre, or they claim bizarre stuff, they are somebody who are misguided and they've been tricked by the shaitan. Okay?
Someone trying, I don't know if it was a phone or what device, but they're kind of trying to see with the infrared, the energy of stuff like that.
Okay, so somebody passed the video to me, and I didn't make a comment on it, but this man, Miskeen, may Allah guide him back to correct understanding. He's got like these guns that you buy from Mecca and Medina. These guns, I remember my granddad got me one of these guns. They spin around and they make this noise and lights and sparks. And he was pointing out at the Miskeen, the sister who was afflicted, and the jinn was acting like he was getting hurt. Okay, so his argument would be, well, it's my intention that I'm shooting the jinn, and my intentions is happening to the jinn. That's crazy and bizarre. So we have to really be careful, because these people can come up with excuses and say, I tried it and it worked. That's not ruqya. Okay, there are certain conditions that it should fulfill, and there's certain things that you should stay away from, and especially making people believe in something that's not real and things that are bizarre is not allowed in Islam. There's no hocus pocus in Islam. Like, for instance, like you said, what did you say to me? I don't know what I have. I don't know. You were like in kind of denial. It's not for me to make you believe that you're possessed. It's down to you to come to terms with your affliction, right? I can't force you to believe you're possessed. Does that make sense? So if I believe in jinn possession, I have no doubt that jinns exist. Allah created them and gave them abilities to enter human beings. But I'm not going to force my opinion on you. And that's a Muslim stance. That's how Muslims should be, right? If I try to say to you, sister, like, you shouldn't like hit the sister next to you. This is not normal behavior. Why? I will challenge your behavior as you, as a human being. Then if you say to me, I don't know why I'm doing it, I'm not in control, I'm actually unconscious when I'm doing this because I can't remember, then we will say, well, maybe it's something from an outside source. Letting you come to terms with that, that is jinn possession. Make sense? So this is something that is genuine, it's real, and I believe in it, let alone me bring in something that is bizarre and make you believe in that. So we're not allowed to make you believe in something that is not real. As Muslims, we shouldn't lie to another Muslim. This is because it's to do with your aqeedah. Make sense? Am I making sense? What else did I want? So white magic. So they said in this comments, I was thinking of banning you TikTok. So I was thinking of getting you banned for a month, maybe, and not come on TikTok because of this, right? So they said white magic is allowed. What is white magic? Does anyone know what white magic is?
Is it the ones they do on like TV?
No, no, that's trick. That's trickery. White magic is supposed to be for protection. Okay, that it's for protection or for healing. And red magic is for usually for love and all the other bad stuff. And then the black magic is for usually for killing or destruction or for sickness. Oh, maybe in that drawer. Black, somebody hid it. Okay, so this event's gonna be cool now. I wanna do a test on you guys on social media and on Skype as well. I wanna ask you some questions and see if you answer them properly. See if this is worth doing or not worth doing. We just wait for that there. Okay, can you answer my question, please? What does ruqya mean in English? What does ruqya mean in English? And for you, you should all know the answer. No, I didn't ask you. What does ruqya mean in English? What does ruqya mean in English? And I want everyone. Can you take part in this, please? Can you take part? See, because if you're gonna get it right, that means alhamdulillah you're on the right path. If you're gonna get it wrong, no questions now. I'm the one who's asking questions.
I'm asking.
No,
Did you ask me that?
no, I'm asking everyone. So if you write in your phone,
Oh, on the phone.
yeah, if you put it in your phone, or I'll ban your phones and make your phones stand out there. Then what's the point of having your phones? No, you can't say it loud. Like you have all of you have your phones with you. I could then what told you. Pardon? No, not on TikTok. No, don't need to go on TikTok. On your phone notes, on your notes. Because if you get it wrong, you want to remember that you got it wrong. If you got it right, you want to remember you got it right. What does ruqya mean in English? What does ruqya mean in English?
Should I say it out loud?
No, where's your phone? Like, it's you have to be like proactive here. You have to be really proactive. Well done, 𝗿𝗏𝗄𝗏, mashallah. Fatima, I think you're distracted. MashaAllah, Mabruk. You're distracted, but it's fine. Okay, somebody made the right read nice. Okay. I like, okay, so some people are getting it right, some people will get, all of you, you're all close, charms, yes. So ruqya does not mean reciting the Quran. Everyone got the answer, yeah? It means incantations or supplications that's made to a higher deity for healing. That's what it means in English. Okay, ruqya means linguistically, it means ''udah, seeking refuge or protection. So seeking protection or seeking a healing to take away harm. That's what it means Islamically. Okay, now what's used is Quran and supplications. Quran and supplications. That's what ruqya means. And I really wanted to touch base with you of that. It's really important that we understand the foundations. Okay? Ruqya is very simple, very easy. Anyone can perform it. Okay? A Muslim can perform it. A non-Muslim can perform it. As long as we understand that. A Muslim can perform it and a non-Muslim can perform this. Al-Ruqya, there's an Islamic ruqya, there's a Christian ruqya, and there's all other ruqyas in all different religions. It's basically the intention to heal someone with words and accompanied with blowing and sometimes placing the hand in the place of the pain or wiping over the person who is sick. And that has the same meaning in the Islamic technical terms. Did everyone understand that? Did you get the answer right?
Yeah.
Did you?
I said means to seek healing from the Quran.
Nope, that's wrong.
It's not.
It's not. See, it's technical. What does ruqya mean in English? It's a technical question.
So is the answer over?
We want a linguistic because that means any other ruqya that's not in Quran or it's not ruqya.
Oh, so it's not from the Quran. So it's incantation.
Incantations, yes. And then the Islamic term is what you mentioned. What was your answer? Pardon? No, you have to take part. This is the whole point, is you take part. What did you write? What did you write? Okay, what did you write?
I don't know. I actually don't know.
Oh, you don't know. What is it then?
I don't know.
I just gave the answer.
Oh, yeah. It is. Wait.
Tick, tock, tick, tock,
You
tick,
said it, but I can't
tick,
remember.
tock,
Wait.
tick, tock.
Can't remember.
See, this is the problem. See, you need to be in control. You need to be in control. So listen. So if you want to get better, you need to get aware quickly. We're all tired. I'm sure everyone here's out of breath. Everyone's a bit dizzy. Everyone's dizzy because there's no oxygen in this room. Okay? But you need to answer my question, and all you need to do is write down the answer. And you could answer the question. So when you're going through life now, you're gonna go and get married, and you're gonna be dizzy. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna be in the same problem again. This is the point I wanted to get to. What's the answer for you?
To seek healing.
Seek healing. That's what ruqya is. Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Alright, healing.
Healing. Well done. What did you write? Pardon? You didn't write anything. You're confused. Why are you confused?
Nervous.
Why are you nervous? Don't worry. I get like that too. I get nervous too. Okay. Some deep breaths. Taking control. Didn't write nothing? No. Why didn't you write anything? You got nervous. But you could just copy your friend next to you. Okay, say la ilaha illallah. Say la ilaha illallah. Say la ilaha illallah. Say la ilaha illallah, sister. Say la ilaha illallah. Say la ilaha illallah. Sister, come on, say la ilaha illallah. Say la ilaha illallah. Say la ilaha illallah. Say la ilaha illallah. Get out of her. Get out of her. Get out of you're not drinking no blood. Get out of her. But I need to drink blood. You're trying to show off. This is just jinn showing off. That's what it is. You're not drinking no blood. Oh, we're all scared. He needs to drink blood. Or she needs to drink blood. Sister, take control. Ignore this jinn. He's lying to you as well. He's trying to convince you that he's a very evil jinn that needs to drink blood. And I prove it to you, he's lying. I'll prove it to you right now. Sister? Sister, is it you? Sister? Say la ilaha illallah. Sister, say la ilaha illallah. Sister. Okay, we'll come back to her. What question am I asking? Pardon? You wrote healing. Okay, good. Okay, so the next question.
Can you repeat the answer one more time?
So linguistically, it means incantations, supplications. And to be fair on everyone, it is quite dizzy in here. To be fair. Okay? It's incantations. That's what ruqya means. Basically, it means supplications to seek healing for somebody who is sick. You can apply it to yourself, or you can apply it to somebody else, right? But it's usually you are seeking it from a higher deity. So in all cultures and religions, they perform ruqya. It's not something that's isolated to Islam or Islam. Make sense? So when you see somebody performing something, you know what that is. Now, magicians, do they perform ruqya?
They do.
They do, but
Good, well done.
From the Isha.
Yes, jinn. So people go to people.
Yeah, they go.
People
Genuinely, they
go. The majority of people go to magicians for ruqya. Don't get it twisted just because you go and seek out.
So you said here linguistically it means supplications to seek healing.
Okay, you're just pointing at me. You're making it too technical. I don't want to have a book in front of me if I'm going to do this. You're pointing now, making me nervous.
Sorry.
She's making me nervous, sister. See, sister. Okay, you're not here with me. Okay, go on.
So I want to understand. So how do magicians do?
How magicians do ruqya?
Yeah. 'Cause
Okay, so 1 second. I'm not a magician for you to answer that question. That's a very tricky question. How a magician do ruqya? How am I supposed to know?
I mean,
You tell me. Like, people ask about magicians like we should know what magicians do. They do things in secret. How am I supposed to know? You ever see me sitting down with a magician? There you go. Anyway, going back to the answer, what's the answer that you, what's the other question about? Don't ask me about magicians.
I think she means by hairstyle.
no, the question that you just asked.
Doesn't matter. I always know that answer, there was a meaning behind that answer. If you've thought about it very carefully, anyone that talks about magicians and what magicians do, how do they know? They have to be interacting with them. They have to sit with them or be a magician for them to know. And I don't associate with magicians. So there's no reason for me to answer that question. But I can answer it in a different way. So magicians will seek the stars. Well, this is actually an ancient ritual. So pagans, the way they worship, and they have these in their books, they would seek help from the stars, sun, the moon, and so on and so forth, and even jinns and angels. Okay? So they will seek help from that. That's their ruqya. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
So what was my question? Sorry. Please keep up.
You didn't answer this.
I didn't answer the second
You
one.
didn't answer this.
Oh, the second one's, what are the conditions for ruqya? Please, can you answer the question on lives, please? What are the conditions of ruqya? Okay, there should be like at least 3 or 4, the conditions of ruqya. Don't worry if you don't know it. You can just guess. It doesn't matter. But you guys are eager, so you should know. Just try. And even if you make mistakes, okay, it's fine. We all learn. Let me see if the people here. Okay, I'm expecting Skype to type them up fast as possible. Is that it? That's 1. There should be 3 more. No, that you think it's 3. That's just 1. Believe in Allah. TikTok, I'm really getting upset. You know, the rumor they say about TikTok is looks like it's coming true. We do not want that reputation. TikTok, listen, you're part of my family now. Okay? We do not want people talking about TikTok people that are not, you know, we want them to respect the TikTok family too. Let's see the YouTube guys. It seems like you guys are in another country. Makes the same intention. I think there's a language barrier somewhere. That's bad. Okay, YouTube, you look just as bad, worse than TikTok. TikTok's trying. 𝗔𝗃𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏. Okay. The network is slow. Okay, so the conditions for ruqya, it must be, and this is Ibn Hajar and the 𝗙ciyoṭi, and the scholars all agreed, and there's a reason why I'm mentioning this, okay, because they said something, it seems very simple. It seems very simple. You know what? You two on Skype taking such a long time, I'm really like getting upset. So it must be in the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, his names and attributes, okay, or the Quran, or the supplications of the Prophet ﷺ, or the supplications that don't consist of any shirk. This is just one, okay? It must be in the language, in the Arabic language, or language that is understood. These are very important conditions, by the way. They're not just written there by a scholar for nothing. And you must believe that it doesn't have an effect in itself, but it has an effect by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? These are the 3 conditions, and I don't know why you two Skype didn't get this right.
I got 2.
I know, I didn't see yours. I didn't see yours. I was just looking at the lives, why no one's answering it properly. No one did answer it. Everyone just saying it can't be with no shirk. Okay, so I'll repeat them again. Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani, rahmatullah, he mentioned ruqya is allowed as long as it holds these conditions, and they are: it has to be in the names of Allah and His attributes, the Quran, supplications of the Prophet ﷺ, or the supplications that are free from shirk. It must be in the Arabic language or a language that is understood. And the ruqya, it should be believed both from the raqi and from the one who's receiving ruqya, that the ruqya doesn't have an effect in itself, but the effect from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, and others, there is scholars that add to this as well, that it must not resemble the practices of magicians. And that opens up a big chapter on it. It shouldn't be bizarre, it shouldn't be weird, it shouldn't be something that's not understood. Okay, now the next question is ruqya, and I don't know if I'm going to answer it today because we've run out of time. Is the ruqya restricted to the text, or is it open to interpretation from the raqi? Can you write it down? Write it down, because this is good for you. You're going to remember this. That means you will never be fooled by anyone. Inshallah, and you can be teaching your friends, your family, and then that way we'll be protecting the deen. Because this is ruqya is one of these things that doors are open for innovation to happen to the deen. And why? Because, like I said, what I say, whenever there's interaction between the jinn and human beings, they always plant a seed of shirk. So you won't know, but later on, the information that you took and you've passed on, you thought there was no harm in it, and it didn't really harm you, but it will harm others that listen to your side of the story. Did everyone write down?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the answer?
Going back to
Is it open to interpretation, or is it restricted to text? Restricted to text. You just contradicted the answer before that. What did you write?
It's restricted to text and any supplementary, like audio different notes. Anything supplementary that's not against the text. I just said the same.
Okay, so maybe you understood it. Maybe if you did understand, yeah, I didn't understand it this way. So when it's open to interpretation, if it's not, why were these conditions made? What were the conditions? It must be Qur'an and Sunnah. Okay. In language that's understood, or Arabic, and then not to believe in it
it has no effect by
myself, but effect by Allah Azza wa Jal. Yes. So if that's the case, why did they make it these conditions? Because if it wasn't open to interpretation, they wouldn't need to make these conditions. Make sense?
Yeah.
So that tells you it's open to interpretation. Now, open to interpretation with restrictions that does not contradict the Sunnah or the Quran or any principles of Islam. Now, if it does, like somebody says, he's possessed by Iblis himself, she's possessed by Iblis himself, like Iblis, the one who sits in his throne. Where did he get this information from? The jinn himself. What do we know about the jinn in hadiths? They lie. What have you just done? You've contradicted a hadith. You just contradicted a hadith. Okay, if somebody says, I can catch a jinn, what have you just done? Contradicted a hadith. What hadith? The Prophet said that I would wrap them around the pole, the pillar, and the children would taunted him, played with him in the morning, if it was for my dua of my brother Sulaiman. Okay? Does that make sense? So whoever claims these claims have contradicted what? Hadiths. That means they have come out of the conditions of principles of Islam. Does that make sense? Are you following? Is everyone following? Okay. So anything that comes out, they now become not raqi shari anymore. They're not raqi shari. They might have done it once, okay, they repent and come back from their claim. Okay, but if they carry on, then they are not a raqi shari. Raqi shari who tries his best to keep himself in that protective circle of tawheed, Islamic principles, sharia, and manners, and so on and so forth. Is everyone following on my? Is everyone getting lost?
Are they still Muslims?
Are they still Muslims?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't say they're not Muslims. That's too far. That's a
They
bit.
just do.
We're not there yet. Like not Muslim. We're not in there. Yes, Abdullah. Is everything okay?
I want to, the system, whole system.
Okay.
You don't use it then?
Yeah, I'll finish. I'll give it to you after Dhuhr.
Okay, okay.
Where was we? So we said bad practices. So what other bad practices have I noticed that we need to make sure that we have good? So we spoke about that. Now diagnosis. So diagnosis is a little bit different. Diagnosis, there's things that you learn through experience that does not contradict the Quran or Sunnah. It is actually part of experience. So what happened with these people? What they've done, they've used experience to overthrow Islamic texts. Does that make sense? And then that's when they went astray. They didn't hold on to the rope of Allah, did not hold on to the Quran and the Sunnah. Make sense? So now your jinn is saying, no, it's her mum, it's her mum. If you don't hold on to the Quran and Sunnah, what are you going to believe? You're going to believe it's your mum. Does that make sense? But if you hold on to the Quran, no, the Prophet said, he lied. Makes sense? Even though he was telling the truth, he lied. No, don't answer that. It's something that you have to fight with and you have to overcome yourself and deal with. So now we talk about diagnosis. What we try to do first, we look at the Quran, we look at the Sunnah, we look if there's any author, if there's any other like scholar that diagnosed or had this experience and spoke about it, or scholars that were before us that spoke about this, and then we copy them. Make sense? Because why? Because they will relate it to the Quran and Sunnah. Maybe we didn't find it. If we can find evidence from the Quran and Sunnah to use, then fine. Like for instance, somebody getting angry is a sign of jinn possession because of the hadith. Make sense? Okay. And there's more. It doesn't just stop there. For instance, somebody who wants to divorce his wife, or the wife wants to divorce her husband, what do we diagnose that with? Sihr. Because why? The verse of the Quran. Okay? So, this is the difference between Iraqi Shara'i and Iraqi that's not Iraqi Shara'i. Even though they might claim to be Iraqi Shara'i. And now, if somebody was to claim to be, no, I'm Iraqi Shara'i and I'm a Salafi. Oh, he's a Salafi. Oh, they're strict with their hadith and Quran. You know what? Then you start listening to them, they will lead you astray. And then they'll talk about other things that's nothing to do with them as well. Nothing to do with Ruqya. And then we are in a bigger problem. Talking about worldly issues. Anyway, I thought I'll just pass this information on. But I was upset because somebody spoke about white magic and they went off clean with that, and I will not have that in my presence. And Allah alam non just 𝗔𝗃𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏 𝗔𝗃𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Salam.